Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of CanalTown here in City Skylines, where today we are building a brand new kind of park area. It's pretty much going to be a nature reserve within the city, kind of building on the outstanding beauty we have within our region. We recently built a brand new residential area, which we're going to finish it all off with a brand new nature park that ends at the lighthouse. Now, if you are enjoying the series and want to see more, then make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when more episodes do come out. But we are back, boys, and here we are. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of death going on right now. We have a lot of death going on right now. Before we jump into it, we might need to solve these death issues. So this is what we built last episode. We also got a few garbage issues as well. Holy smokes. We kind of built this all up, or kind of started to get it built up right now. And the main reason for this area is to provide a little bit more residential sections here, to grow the population, to provide more jobs for the sheer amount of industry that we've recently implemented in the last few episodes. We also need to give them some leisure, so right next to where we got the beachfront here in the little tourist hotspot, we're going to build a little bit of a nature reserve that kind of ends at this peninsula where we have that sweet little lighthouse. It's going to look absolutely glorious. But before we do build it, I think we need to solve some of these issues. So we got a little bit of a death wave on the go right now. What is going on with the death? We have enough crematoriums. Apparently we've got the capacity, which is kind of crazy. What is going on, boys? What is going on here right now? We might need to place a few more down. So we got these better crematoriums, which kind of squeeze. We'll squeeze two more just here. Now, we did recently build this hospital in the last episode as well. So they're going to now start pumping out a load of vehicles to kind of collect the dead bodies. That's ridiculous of how much we've got on the go. Is it citywide? It almost is citywide, isn't it? Yikes. Right, we need to get some more death care down. So we've got a couple of crems over here. We're going to kind of bulk up slightly. Drop two more just in there near that hospital. That'll pump out a load more vehicles as well, which is what it's doing. And I believe we've got a hospital just over here, right? Yeah. Which we'll throw more down here. I'm trying to place a few down in various locations. We've got nothing down here, but with this here, it shouldn't be too far to drive down. And we have one over here. Is that a hospital over there? Yeah, we'll drop. Imagine this. Imagine going to a hospital, guys, and on the approach to the hospital, you pass 4 crematoriums. That's got to be depressing, hasn't it? That really has. Right, that bulks up my capacity, but what it does more importantly is spread around the amount of vehicles driving about. So hopefully that could solve some issues. Now, we do have a little bit of a garbage issue. So when it comes to that, we have some garbage facilities here, and then the majority of them over here. So I feel like we need to build... Oh, do you know what I could do over here? Build another garbage plant so we got it on both sides of the city. Ha-ha! Right, we've got ideas. We've got ideas, boys. We've got ideas. We'll come back to those a little bit later. But we'll see how this death issue kind of, despairs, if it does. We've currently got 1,200 bodies. So let's hopefully we see that number decrease as time goes on. Right, let's quickly set this up. There we go. With a little bit of water and begin building this. So the entryway to this area is going to be from here, not from this road. We're going to get it where they're going to come into this area to keep this road hopefully separate and traffic free, which at the moment is looking like a really good job. So let's get your normal standard style road set up, and we'll go across by a 20 and then bring it straight up to there. So this is where we'll have the main entry building for the nature reserve pretty much all set up. So, the reason I want to do nature reserve is because I feel like having camping near the waterfront, doing some fishing, is going to look really, really good. We already have one of these implemented as well. So if I drop you in just there, our other nature reserve is around this landmark up here, this big castle ruins. And that actually, does that still do pretty well? I mean, it makes a little bit of cash, not too bad. It's had 13,000 visitors. So this one might be a little bit more busy because of how close it is to the city area. So let's now set this all up. I wonder if we should upgrade this current path here to the nature reserve path so it all stays within the theme. There we go. I'm surprised that this hasn't really complained about wanting vehicles to kind of get to it, but it is an abandoned building, so that does also make sense. Right, okay. We'll bend this then round. We'll bring it straight up to there. We'll bring this to here as well. So this is where we're going to have the majority of maybe some of the main buildings. So I'm going to run this like this. Like that. Because we've got to also bring it to the shoreline as well. The shorefront area to have our little fishing piers and whatnot. So, what type of main building should we throw down first? Oh, we need to do the area first. I just realised we've got to spread out the area. So, grab this and we'll go all the way up to the peninsula, all the way back down. There is actually a shipwreck down here as well. Right, there we go. Oh, gone a bit too far. There we go. Beautiful. Sweet, mate. Okay, so, tent area. We'll start here with this one. We'll throw this one down just there. Oh, actually, let me create a couple of little kind of sticky out bits where we can do lots of camping activities. I think that would be about right, wouldn't it? Oh, look at the amount of cruise ships coming in. Are they having issues right now? You having issues, guys, getting in? Why are you all backed up here for days? No idea. Right, we'll do a couple of camping areas first with the tents. There and there. We've got the ones then with the log cabins, which will squeeze you in. We'll go. Actually, let's do it just here instead. There. And then we'll do one further down about here. So lots of camping activities that we can kind of throw in. And then we'll kind of bulk all this up. So the ones with the tents then. Now this is the easiest one to kind of really bulk up. And this is what I like to do with these areas. I really like to kind of throw in as many tents as I can. To make it feel like a little bit of a camping area. And then we'll go for some of the smaller ones. So some of it doesn't really make much sense. You got to squeeze it all in to like really feel the full effect of like a camping section. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Now we'll do the same to this one here. We can bulk this whole area up here as well with the same stuff. So we'll start with the large boys. And then we'll get some going round. The smaller ones. Well, these are classed as the medium ones, aren't they? And then these smaller tents. Squeeze as many of these in as we can. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Are these boats okay? Is this one slowing everybody else down? I think that one boat was slowing everybody down. There was also a very, very slow fishing boat. Oh no, they normally go that speed. Oh, I think they're getting caught on the fishing boat route, aren't they? No, but look how fast that fishing boat's going. Is there a rogue... Is there like a rogue slow fishing boat right now? That can't be the issue, can it? I don't think it can. Right, anyway. Where was we? So, we've got all that stuff in there. All the little tent areas. We'll extend some of the path as well, moving down. So we can kind of hopefully get towards the beach areas for all the fishing stuff. And that's where we then start to put in some of this stuff. We've got campfire sites. We've also got the smaller campfires as well, which will kind of drop around the big campsites. Got a couple of these little shelters we'll kind of squeeze in as well. Again, try and bulk up these areas as much as we can. And then we have options to kind of build in larger hunting cabins and stuff like that, which is quite exciting. So we'll first start then with these little lean-to shelters. Get a couple of these dotted around right now. There we go. Nothing too crazy going on. We'll go for the larger variation of them. And we'll place these on the bulky areas. And then we'll move to the lookout towers. That's always a good one to squeeze in, isn't it? A couple of little lookout towers here and there. We get some larger ones as well. On some of the sticky out bits. Bam, 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 bam. Bulk this area up. The fishing cabins then. So we have two variations of it. It's like a small one and a slightly larger one. And we'll try and squeeze a few of these in. So I went for one then and maybe a smaller one just here. On this side, do a smaller one, maybe a larger one just there. And we'll go just here as well. And then we'll bulk the path down to them. So if I can bring that down-ish. It's enough for the fishing. Alright, we're going to bend some of these as well. Like that. Right, push this back a bit. Right, we have a nice little slight wiggle there because we can kind of do some really cool stuff to it. Place down some rocks and stuff. We need some additional I say roads, they're paths, aren't they? Connected to it. We kind of go across here. We'll bring this as well straight down. We'll bring this straight down to here, and then we'll kind of also connect them like that. And then we'll utilize the bendy wendy leading down. We'll bend that one that way, so we have a little bend like that, a little bend like this, like that. So it all leads here, there, and everywhere. I feel like this path here could also go straight connecting in. There we go, nice little bend on that. And that's pretty cool. So it's all over the place. We're going to place down a lot of trees, and there's still a lot more stuff we got to throw in too. Like these little viewing decks. So as you start to get a little bit further up, the viewing decks start to look a little bit better. They can overhang and overlook some of these areas. We'll go for some slightly smaller, chunkier variations of it. Overlooking the waterfront is always a good way. And viewing of the cities. So we also then need to place down some of these hunting cabins then. So a couple of these dotted around. Now these won't really make much sense until we start to bulk up the area with trees. And then the hunting cabins make a little bit more sense. And then we've got obviously the meteor. Is it the meteor? No, it's the boulder site as well. Put this one further up here. To give people a more of a reason to visit. We'll have another little lookout tower as well. Right, it all leads down to here, which looks pretty damn good if you ask me. We'll smoothen some of these areas now off. So increase the brush size, smoothy woovy. Just here. It's mainly down to where we run with the edging. We got a larger brush size there. There we go. There we go, boys. Looking good. Looking good. So, we then need to like kind of add some of the natural stuff to it. The natural rockage and whatnot. I like utilizing stuff like this. The big boulders in the middle like that. That one's got the hole in. Where's the hole? Just on that side there. And this one makes it feel like it's like a big cave system. You can kind of throw him. And then like you can add this one, which makes it feel like you're walking into like some type of a dead end or whatnot. That's pretty cool. And then a few odd little rocks here and there. Just slightly bulk the area up. And then we're going to place down a bunch of trees as well. Alright, trying to create what we've got over here. As it feels like a separate area to the beach area. Because you know you got to pay a ticket to go in this area, guys. You got to pay a ticket to go in here right now. All right, trying to bulk it all up. Makes sense, right? Makes beautiful sense. Alright, trying to go a little bit crazy. But not too crazy. So, we're really kind of solving a lot of issues here. We're trying to create privacy right now. We need to add some trees in. So, what type of brush have we got? If I kind of get rid of the trees here and place these... Oh, that's the perfect brush. Right, size-wise. That's the perfect brush. So, I do want to go quite bulky. I do want it to be quite tree as well. All these words make no sense. But it's got to feel like a nature reserve. And we'll kind of do it on the opposite side of the road as well, leading down. And then we'll also add a load of trees going around here. And then just finalizing it up there. Get rid of that there. As it naturally progresses to this area, you get that natural feel that it kind of blends in smoothly. Right, okay. Very good, sir. So, as my def issue now gone, we had 1,200. We're now down to 300. Okay, the def issue is now slightly gone. And now we have our park all set up. Which is making good cash. Real good, scarily good cash right now. Which is probably the reason why we've got so much traffic now on the go. As everyone's trying to get into these areas. So let's slightly help them out. Let's get rid of the traffic lights. Create a little bit of freedom. A little bit of freedom, boys. And we might need to create like an asymmetrical road here. I think we do. I think we do. Now, do we have that version in a highway version? I don't think we do. But that's not a problem. I can do it here. So let's quickly pause. And flip that round. So what we want to do here is, this is the turn there, that goes straight on. This is the turn here, that goes that way, that turns in this way, and there we go. You could do where you have 2 lanes turning into the left as well, but this should allow the right turn coming out to go down that way be a lot smoother. Problem is, they're all trying to turn into here to get to this road, which makes sense. And we're just going to enable that transition to be a little bit smoother. So we should see a lot more movement. And a lot more freedom to the bulk. See, look how much we've reduced it right now by having 2 turning lanes. That's made a world of difference. Now, I could apply the same logic to over here, but I'm going to let them guys suffer for a little bit. That's evil. But yeah, look at the money coming in. Holy smokes, that's a lot of cash coming in right there, boys. That is a lot of cash. Right, did those boats sort themselves out in the end? I know they got to go over here. And that was the last we've seen of those boats. Yeah, there's more coming in right now. That was really weird, wasn't it? It was really weird. But this has worked out. This peninsula looks really good, I ain't going to lie. Which means we'll finalize this last little bit just here right now. So the paths... And what is this basic one with trees, isn't it? Is it like is it the park one? Which one is it? Yeah, it is that one, sorry. Which is the zoo one, isn't it? Yeah, the zoo one. Only because we get that little dirt kind of path on it. That's the whole reason for it. And just end it like that. That's simply all it's going to be. Very nice, sir. Very nice. We do need to dot a couple of trees here or whatnot. We do have palm trees as well. So, palm tree. Reduce that down to 1 singular palm tree. And you can upgrade, but I can't remember how you upgrade it. Oh, you just select the path, don't you? Yeah, the path now has palm trees. Glorious. Absolutely glorious. So the amount of people still coming over here right now, we're still making some good cash. There's still lots of vehicles making their way over. I feel like we need to do public transport to come over here at some point too. Which obviously we're going to get it to run down here, but maybe having an additional stop around here will be a good point. Would it be weird to have an entry point with the canal to the beach? I feel like it would. It'll ruin the vibe. But yeah. Could be quite interesting. It could be quite interesting. So garbage then. I feel like next episode we're gonna have to work with creating a garbage facility over here. It is getting quite busy, but having it on the roundabout, we're going to create entry points kind of come in and out. It just makes a whole bunch of sense. And having one on both sides of the city means we get even greater coverage when it comes to the garbage front anyway. I'm just kind of darting around right now looking to see if there's any issues here and there. What is our unemployment? Well, not unemployment, sorry. How many more people... How many more jobs can we have available? So we reduce this down to 12,000 people available. Well, jobs available, sorry. 12,000 more jobs available than people. So I feel like we do need to push up to 150,000 population to kind of get that all covered. And that growth will just come with time. It will come with time. I mean, there's definitely places in which I can still add in residential to keep that growth bubbling. Bubbling right now. There we go. Get a lot down here as well. Just keep on adding to the growth, boys. Keep on adding to the growth. The more we grow, the more people live here. The more problems we then have. You can't win. You can't win, guys. But it's what we've got to do. We've got to keep growing these little residential areas and keep pushing in the right direction. We have a park over here that's backed on, but we also have this area over here we can add some residential to. Just little bits and bobs like that kind of help us grow the population. So we got a nice little mix there of high density and low density. But yeah, that's, I mean, you can't argue. That park right now. Oh, I forgot I've got dynamic weather selected right now. It's technically raining. I got it selected because of my new series I'm doing on snowfall. But yeah, the first time it's raining in Canal Town, boys. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Does that then have an effect on our solar output? Please don't say it does. Oh, it does. It actually does, which is quite scary. But does it increase hydro output with the increased rain? I have no idea. No idea. But this is good, though. We're making some sweet cash. The rain is now pouring, which is terrible for us. But we've already had 10% of the visitors for our new one for the old one. And the old one's been there for quite some time. So hopefully next episode then we can solve some of these garbage issues. The population should steadily increase again with all this new residential demand that we just recently had and what we're now spending on the new zoning. New garbage area to bulk this area up a bit more as well. And I think we've been pushing in the right direction. This weather's getting even worse and worse and worse, isn't it? It feels weird to see rain in Canal Town right now. But until next time, boys, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.